Hello guys, Thursday. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are doing good. As Kimberly calls it, happy Friday Eve. So happy to be with you tonight and share with you this really fun card. We're not going to be here for very long, so get ready to do a little stamping when we're done here, because this is not a long card, but it is so pretty. We're going back to Amber Autumn because remember, I was not able to do the second card because we had game night, but this was the card from Tuesday the 23rd, and this is today's card. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make it. This is such a beautiful bundle as well. This background is stunning. It's from the die set. You'll see that in a few minutes. And we're going to just kind of roll with this. So we're going to be using the arches, the Amber Autumn dies. I'm going to grab out the die to cut out the acorns because we're going to need that one. Okay. This one right here. And I'm just gonna put it open over on this side and I'll put it away in a little bit. All right, let's do this. So we have a base of Cajun Craze. It's not really my go-to color, guys, but it's fall. We got to use fall colors and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. We're going to score it at 4 1/4 because we have an 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of Cajun Craze scored on the long side at 4 1/4. Grab the bone folder and do a little burnishing. Okay, good to go. Here's the fun part. We're going to add a piece of 4 1/4 by 5.5, and look at these stunning foxes. Oh, they're so beautiful. They're such beautiful creatures. I mean, I don't know how safe they are to be around, but they're so pretty. So let's grab our silicone mat and we're gonna go ahead and attach that onto our base. And we're gonna use the arches for a layer on the card base. So when you do your arches, you're going to cut that out of the early espresso that we're going to attach to the top. I don't have the dimensions off the top of my head, but I will get them to you. Just give it a nice press, make sure it adheres nice to the front. So this is going to be our card front, okay? So pretty. All right, we're going to be using dimensionals to attach this. So let's measure because I don't remember the size that I cut it. 4 inches by 5 1/4, and we cut a arch out. So let me grab the arches and I'll show you which one, because I think it's the 4th one, but I'm not 100% sure, but here it is. I always put them in the back. It is the 4th one from the largest, so the 4th one in. It's a good one, and we can save this for another project, so I always put it with my dies. So when I go to die cut, if I need that, I already have it ready. This is going to be popped up off of our piece here. See, it's like a little window. So we're going to use some dimensionals. And we're going to work our way around. You want to give it some good support, especially in the thin areas. I like to put them about 1 inch apart, maybe. Oh, I don't like when that happens. All right, I think we have enough dimensionals. I think we're good. I'm pushing them down so that I can pull them back up. Let's grab our pinch bowl. I used to use my take your pick tool. I've just gotten tired of that, so I'm in a new era. Not that I don't use my take your pick tool. I use it on every single card. It's probably the best tool you'll ever use. But lately I've just been lazy and I've been pulling them off with my fingers. But I think that the dimensional backings are looser than they used to be, because I used to have a hard time getting them off, and the take your pick tool used to work just magically. But I don't know. I think that the backings are not as sticky or something. I don't know. So I just use my hands, but you can feel free to use your take your pick tool. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up and then I will show you before I press it down. I just want to make sure I have it in the right spot. So you're going to leave about an 1/8 of an inch on all 4 sides, and you're going to press your frame. Look at how gorgeous. Oh, I love these foxes so much. All right. So now we have, I think it's the largest of the coffin dies, I call them, from the Nested Essentials. No, I was wrong. Second largest. Second largest. Okay. And this is going to go across here. We're going to stamp blessed to have you in my life. What did I do with that stamp? Here it is. I'm going to look. I think it's a little crooked, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. If it's crooked, it's okay. Life is not perfect, and you can't get stressed out over these small things, guys. So if it's not straight, it's not straight. What am I going to do about it? It's a handmade card. Turned out good. Blessed to have you in my life. Okay. Clean our stamp. And I have already stamped the leaves, and we're going to color those. I stamped them in Memento Tuxedo black ink. I'm going to do a little coloring. So we're going to color the bottom of our acorn in light pecan pie. Where the lines are by the artist, I'm just gonna add a little more pecan pie. All right, acorns, bottoms, check. We're gonna use SU 200, which is the deep, from the blends, the color, it's called the Deep Pack. We're gonna do the tops of them and these little stems that are bringing them up here. Look how pretty that is. Okay. Darling Duckling, dark. Daffodil Delight, dark. I don't remember which one I used for what. I think Darling Duckling, dark is lighter. Yes. Then then Daffodil Delight. So we're gonna color this leaf in Darling Duckling, dark. One of our new in colors. Okay, we're gonna highlight it with dark Daffodil Delight on all of the lines that the artist gave us, and yes, some squeaking rose. It's how you get what you need. You need to squeak it up a little. Okay, now we're going to use light and dark Cajun Craze. So of course light is going to be our leaf and dark will highlight it. All right, I think I'm happy with the color. Let's darken it on these artist lines. This is such a pretty color. All right, and let's blend it in. Here comes the squeaky part. We're going to blend that dark color into the lighter color. All right, done. Done with our coloring. Let's die cut it out. Let's get our machine out here. All right, set up. Let's put it through. Put this down. We're doing good. Here is our beautiful leaves. Let's put them away. It doesn't want to go in. There we go. Goodness gracious. All right. Toss that. Okay, for the inside, we're going to have a piece of Very Vanilla. I didn't know if I had told you that this was a Very Vanilla. I forgot. And this is also Very Vanilla. We're going to add this really fun little element to the bottom. So let's go ahead and glue that into place now. 4 inches by 5 1/4. I think this is 1 inch. Yes, 1 inch by 4. And then 1/4 inch by 4 is the early espresso strip of cardstock. Isn't this so pretty? It's great paper. Okay. And here is our 1/4 inch of early espresso. We're gonna just run that down here. It's 4 inches across by 1/4 inch. It's just some extra pieces that are left over when you cut your cardstock down. Save them, use them for these kinds of things. It's really quite beautiful. I'm gonna trim off this edge because I think it's a smidge too long. Here comes the guillotine cutter that you all dread. But sorry, I have to fix. There we go. Add this to the inside. This is quite beautiful. All right. Now, we're going to attach this piece across this section, as you can see here, and the point is going to hit the bottom of the arch. So this is going to be glued flat, and then inside the arch section is going to be the dimensionals. So I'm gonna just put a dimensional on the front, on the points right there, okay? And they're basically gonna be right to here, okay? So I'm just gonna hold my finger there. I'm just gonna make sure that I get a couple dimensionals in those spots. And that point is, I'll make sure I have room for it. Okay, we're not putting it quite in the point. Let's bring this up a little. This one's fine. That one needs to be further back. Okay, I just want to make sure I had room. And one more. All right, I love supporting my pieces. This is also going to have dimensionals on the back. So we're gonna put some on there while we have it out. And you want this yellow part of the leaf, about this section, is not going to need any, so don't put any there. The rest all fits pretty good onto our piece, and I'm going to use an edge piece for the stem. One there and one more. All right. That's it for dimensionals. Let's glue this puppy down. So we're gonna pull the dimensionals off of here and here. We're gonna put some adhesive on those edges. Because they need them. Okay. We're gonna add our label now. I have to hold it up because I need to make sure it's straight. Oh, this looks so good. All right, so there is "Blessed to have you in my life." And now we're gonna add our leaves over at the top. I need to push these down. They don't want to pull up because the whole dimensional is lifting. All right. On here, see how this section didn't need. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a small, oh, I don't want that there. Hang on. I need to move this so that it fits. There we go. I'm gonna put a mini dimensional right here so that it supports that piece of leaf. Let's get the back off. All right, right here, it needs a little support. There we go. Amazing. Look at that. Let's add our Drucy embellishments. I love these. They're called Drucy adhesive backed embellishments. I love how shiny and pretty that they are. So we're going to use the foil or the rusty colored ones. Boop. Boop. I love this so much. Oops. Right here. This one. Move that back there. All right. Look at that. Isn't that such a pretty card? Don't forget to check my Stampin' Up website for any specials that are going on. If you didn't get the advent calendar and want that, it is a beautiful gift you can give at Christmas because it is not Christmassy at all. And people can craft. So if you know somebody that loves Stampin' Up, loves to craft, you need to give them a gift. They have everything, and you don't want to take a chance that they may have something that you purchase. The advent calendar is perfect for that because if you buy it for them, never before seen items and never seen again. So they're very exclusive to the calendar. It's a really great Christmas present, and they could open it for 12 days after Christmas and do the actual Advent season, which is like when the kings came. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed today's project. Let me bring in our stamp sets one more time so that they can steal a little bit of the show. Amber Autumn is well worth investing in because this is today's card. This was Tuesday, the 23rd card of September. Don't miss out on this gorgeous bundle. Actually, the whole suite is amazing. The paper, everything is amazing with this suite. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you next time. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping.